Down to puck drop. Tonight is game one of the Stanley Cup Finals, and the Canes are making final preparations. How Caniacs are gearing up ahead of tonight's game at Lenovo Center.
Cooler and less humid today while it lasts. I'm timing out when the heat returns and it feels like summer again.
Property tax increase. Tonight, Raleigh residents can share their thoughts on the city's new budget proposal, how you can make your voice heard about the potential increase. Oh, but the big story today. Yes, it is game one of the Stanley Cup Final. Go Canes. Super excited to see how things work out, but I know a lot of people are rooting for our boys. Well, thanks for joining us here on WRAL News. I'm Chris Lovingood.
And I'm Renee Chu. Whether it's through a jersey or, wearing Canes red, we're sending them good luck vibes tonight. It's going to be big. We've been waiting 20 years for this Stanley Cup final run. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner has a beautiful forecast for all the tailgating and the outdoor watch parties as well, Elizabeth.
It really couldn't be more beautiful. And I was telling meteorologist Chris Michaels, we need a camera at Lenovo Center, but we don't have one. Not too far away, though, is the airport. And you can see a little bit of clear sky, some cloud cover. We'll see increasing sunshine as we get through the day today. It's going to feel great. Our dew point's at 51, which is extremely comfortable for this time of year. And it's a nice cool 60 degrees this morning. It's 57 in South Hill, 63 in Southern Pines, and 58 in Rocky Mount, Wilson, and Goldsboro. So comfortable start. So many things happening. You can actually go to Lenovo Center even if you don't have tickets for the game. You will have to pay for parking, which I think is fairly expensive. But gates open at 4 o'clock. It'll be 78 degrees. Tailgating and free concert at 5:30, 74 degrees. Doors to Lenovo open at 6:30, and of course the game starts at 8. So beautiful, beautiful afternoon to get out there and enjoy. Temperatures will cool down by the end of the game, and tonight we could actually tie a record low. I'll show you how cool it will be coming up, Ken.
Woohoo! A record low, we'll take that. Here's something else you'll take if you're getting ready to head out the door. Boy, delay-free traffic on all of our major routes, including I-40. As you look live at I-40 and Airport Boulevard, traffic is beginning to pick up, but flowing at a nice steady clip in all directions. And that's what we're seeing, relatively speaking, on all of our major routes. Just a 1-minute delay if you're coming in from Wake Forest, but if you're coming in from Knightdale, Apex, the Garner-Johnson County area, all delay-free at this hour. You want to stay updated on your morning commute? Head into the car. Tune us in on the radio, 101.5 HD3.
So much excitement this morning, it's almost as good as caffeine. Just under 14 hours to go. Game one of the Stanley Cup Final is tonight.
Now, as you know, the Carolina Hurricanes will be taking on the Vegas Golden Knights at Lenovo Center, and fans are hoping the series ends the same way it did in 2006. Let us take a look into the time machine. See that right there? The hoisting of the Stanley Cup back then. Now head coach Rod Brind'Amour was the captain of the team at the time, and he's looking to become the first coach in nearly 60 years to win the Stanley Cup for the same team he won it for as a player.
WRAL's Allie Calabar is live at Lenovo Center this morning. Allie, this is a night 20 years in the making. Is your arm getting tired yet? No way.
Is, but it's 20 years in the making, so we are getting the full workout tonight. Fans are going to be on their feet, waving their towels. It is going to be a packed arena. We're talking about 20,000 fans are going to be looking at the ice, looking at the players, and cheering them on. Now, tonight, or right now, this morning, it is the calm before the storm. The whirlwind of excitement is reaching all parts of the area, from inside the arena to outside, with a free concert at 5:30. Fans say they expect it to be louder than ever with the Stanley Cup on the line. Players tell WRAL they feel all of the support.
This arena gets so loud, and it's so exciting to play in front of our fans, and we know and we feel the support outside of the arena as well. So it's definitely the whole city, whole state. It's been there all behind us, so that's awesome.
And we definitely are behind them, cheering them on. And take a look at that Stanley Cup banner 2026. All eyes are on it. It's hanging above players and fans' heads tonight. Puck drops at 8 o'clock. WRAL is going to have full coverage throughout the day and night. Reporting live at Lenovo Center, Allie Calabar, WRAL News. Got to get back to this.
And the party starts well before puck drop today. Country music duo Brothers Osborne will perform a free concert outside Lenovo Center ahead of Game 1. The show starts at 5:30. Now, fans without a game ticket can stick around for a watch party on the South Plaza. You can count on WRAL for complete team coverage as the Canes begin their Stanley Cup final run. Our team will be live at Lenovo Center for Game 1 today and all throughout our evening newscasts. Then look for highlights, plus fan and player reaction after the game, both on air and online.
Well, tonight, people who live in Raleigh can share their thoughts on an increase to their property taxes. You see, the city's new budget proposal would require the average homeowner to pay $67 more. Let's bring in Kelsey Coffey to talk more about this. She's live outside City Hall. Kelsey, the city of Raleigh is just one of several local governments considering raising property taxes.
Yes, Chris, just last night, Wake County commissioners approved a property tax increase. And tonight, you can share your thoughts about a possible property tax increase here in Raleigh. We're expecting to see quite a few people here at City Hall making their voices heard. Raleigh's city manager proposed a $1.77 billion budget. That includes a 1.7-cent property tax increase. That means the average homeowner would pay $67 more. City leaders say this tax increase will help close a $13 million funding gap. Plus, it would generate revenue to fund new jobs, including 23 police officer positions and 12 firefighter positions. You can share your opinion tonight at 7 o'clock here at City Hall. City leaders will have to make their final decision before July 1st. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
And as Kelsey referenced, Wake County commissioners have unanimously approved that new $2.2 billion budget. That includes a 2-cent property tax hike for homeowners. And that means the average property tax bill will go up about $90. Wake County commissioners said the increase was a tough choice. They blame a new tax loophole and a lack of help from the state and federal government for key programs, including schools.
Tax increase is always the last option that we want to do. You know, we understand that many of our citizens, you know, it's tough times right now.
$1 in reserve funds. County commissioners call that a temporary solution. Now, across the Triangle, there are several proposals to raise property taxes. The town of Cary is considering a property tax increase alongside the city of Raleigh and Wake County. This comes as state lawmakers are considering putting an amendment up for a vote that would cap how much local governments can raise property taxes each year.
Today, we are expected to get an update on water levels and restrictions in Raleigh. The city will speak with the Army Corps of Engineers this morning about where the current drought stands. In the most recent update, the Army Corps of Engineers reported Falls Lake had less than 75% of normal available drinking water. Raleigh Water has been under level 1 water restrictions since April 20th.
North Carolina lawmakers plan to debate new restrictions on data centers this morning. It's a bill that's moving through the legislature, and the State House could vote as soon as today. Now, the bill would put new requirements on water and energy usage for data centers and restrict where they can be built. Tech companies have increasingly looked to North Carolina to build their data centers. The public, though, has grown more skeptical of whether they are good investments. WRAL state government reporter Will Doran says support is growing among lawmakers for restrictions.
Politicians are listening. There is bipartisan support for this bill that would restrict where you can put data centers, how you can site them in North Carolina, what kind of restrictions they face when they're getting built.
For updates on this debate, go to the NC Capitol section of WRAL.com.
Today, the man charged with killing a Raleigh restaurant manager will be back in court to finish his sentencing hearing. Tyrell Moore was set to hear his sentence yesterday, but got sick and had to leave the courtroom. He was brought back in later with EMTs by his side. Moore is pleading guilty to killing David Millett, who you just saw there on the screen. That happened back in 2023. Prosecutors say Moore punched Millett while he wasn't looking on Glenwood South. That caused Millett to fall and hit his head on the sidewalk, and he died 6 days later. Moore will spend at least 38 months in prison as part of the plea agreement.
New developments in peace talks between the U.S. and Iran. Iran is suspending negotiations in protest of expanding Israeli operations in Lebanon. Iran was supposed to continue negotiations with the U.S. yesterday, but backed out. The semi-official news agency Tasnim is reporting that Iran has cut off talks and text exchanges with mediators. The country is also considering closing the Strait of Hormuz, that key shipping route for global oil supplies. Oil prices surged more than $6 a barrel following these developments. President Trump tells NBC News he was not informed of Iran's decision ahead of time.
Leaders in Fuquay Arena have approved a $10 million project that would turn part of Hilltop Needmore Park into sports fields. In addition to adding 4 new fields, the project will also convert parts of the park into a parking lot, restrooms, and a veterans memorial. This will all be where the old Crooked Creek golf course used to be. Town leaders say they need more space to keep up with demand for youth sports. However, there has been some concern from the community that the development could take away from the green space. The contract for that project is expected to be awarded in early August. It is 6:10 on your Tuesday morning, honoring a fallen deputy. How a law enforcement officer in Virginia is being remembered after he was shot and killed, and the latest on the suspect's arrest right here in North Carolina.
Plus, a graduation speech cut short.
We're not given a voice to stay silent.
The valedictorian at Clayton High School says her diploma is being withheld after this moment at graduation. Her message and response that you will hear only on WRAL.
It's a pretty morning out there. Skies becoming partly cloudy, nice and cool and dry this morning in the mid-60s. Comfortable walking the dog this afternoon. Temperatures climb into the upper 70s. But tonight we could see a record low. I'll show you how chilly it will be tomorrow morning coming up.
As you get into your car, tune to WRAL News Plus on your radio. In Raleigh on 99.3 FM. In Durham, 96.5 FM. And everywhere on 101.5 HD3.
6:14 right now. We do have a few clouds hanging over downtown Durham, but definitely some holes in those clouds. And we'll see increasing sunshine as we head closer to lunchtime. It's a nice cool start this morning. 54 in Roanoke Rapids, 58 in Wilson, 62 in Fayetteville, 60 in Raleigh and Durham. But it will be noticeably cooler for tomorrow morning. Really a beautiful day to eat your lunch outside or go for a walk if you can. 73 degrees at lunchtime. And we're going to climb into the upper 70s this afternoon. It's going to be just the perfect day for anything outside. And there are plenty of outside pregame festivities happening at the Lenovo Center due to the Stanley Cup Final Game 1. They open the gates at 4 o'clock. It'll be 78 degrees and a comfortable evening if you're headed out there. Temperatures really drop overnight. We could see nearly a record low. I'll show you what that'll feel like coming up, Ken.
This is what's happening now in the WRAL Traffic Center. We got a real troubled spot brewing in I-885 in the southbound lanes as a result of this crash right here near the Cornwallis Road interchange. So depending on where you're coming from this morning, you have a couple of options to avoid it because you'll be leaving Durham trying to get to I-40. You can go TW Alexander Drive or South Miami Boulevard, so keep that in mind. As far as other routes heading into the Durham area, all relatively delay-free at this hour.
Ken, thank you. Dozens of law enforcement officers and first responders in Virginia are honoring a fallen deputy. This is video from a procession yesterday for Carroll County Deputy Logan Utt. Utt was shot and killed this past Friday while conducting a wellness check. The procession traveled from Roanoke through Carroll County and into Mount Airy. He was 31 years old. Deputy Utt's death led to a days-long manhunt for this man, Michael Puckett. Puckett was arrested Sunday in Mount Airy. He made his first court appearance in Surry County yesterday. He's been charged in Utt's death. He's also accused of shooting a second deputy, and that deputy is back at home recovering.
I'm Laura Levine here in the WRAL Live Center, monitoring live cameras outside of New Jersey here at the Delaney Hall ICE facility where inhumane conditions have been reported and alleged for months there. You can see an increased police presence here, the barricades up, and officers positioned outside this facility. And that's because protests have been going on for days now with people pushing back against what's happening here. The Department of Homeland Security has pushed back against those allegations, and a New York man is now facing federal charges for allegedly threatening to kill an ICE officer during a demonstration outside the facility last week. There is a curfew in place currently in New Jersey as the unrest continues.
Only on WRAL, we are hearing from a Clayton High School student after her graduation speech was cut short. Look.
Whether it's the millions suffering in Palestine, Sudan, Congo, Afghanistan, and so many other countries around the world, these are the families being torn apart by ISIS.
So valedictorian Leen Hajaj says that she had the mic taken away from her when she went off script. You see that moment right here. And during her speech, she called for supporting marginalized communities, and she spoke out against immigration and customs enforcement. You see, born in Palestine, Hajaj says that she felt compelled to advocate for what she sees as human rights issues. And she spoke with us for an interview and says that her diploma was withheld because of her speech. She also says she pushed back on criticism about it not being the right time to address those issues.
So where is the place and time? What is the right place and time? Because our protests are ignored throughout my entire life was my education. And for something so important to me, something that I worked hard for 12 years of my life to get taken from me, I feel oppressed.
Johnston County Schools did release a statement about this. They say, quote, school administrators intervened in order to maintain the integrity and focus of the program in real time. This action was not about limiting a student's voice, but about ensuring that a school-sponsored event remained consistent with its intended purpose. All right, back to our Quest for the Cup coverage for the Carolina Hurricanes. Raleigh Mayor Janet Cowell placed a friendly bet with Las Vegas's mayor ahead of the Stanley Cup final tonight.
If the Canes win, she will be sending me a sequined Canes jersey because Vegas is good at bling. And if the Vegas Knights win, she will be getting barbecue.
I mean, that's an equivalent exchange, if you ask me. And plus, I definitely want to see that sequence jersey. So let the best team and city win.
Let the friendly wagering begin. But our money is on the Canes. I mean, the fact that they were able to clear the conference final and now they're in this. And the last time they were in the final, they won the Stanley Cup. So go Canes and go this nice weather, Elizabeth. How perfect.
It is perfect. You know, some outdoor events pregame. The weather looks perfect for that. All thanks to this high pressure system. Our humidity is dropping nicely, but it won't last forever. I mean, you know, this is going to be a bit unusual for this time of year. So the 90s are back by the time we get to the weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, our high temperatures will be awfully hot. But it's a pretty start this morning. We take a look over the legislative building. You can see partly cloudy skies there. That sun coming up looking beautiful. Our dew point's way down at 51, which is very comfortable for this time of year. Often our dew point is upper 60s to low 70s, and it just feels sticky and muggy. We've already seen that this year, and it will be coming back, of course. 60, though, heading out the door right now. Stanley Cup final all day today looking pretty 60s all the way up until right around lunchtime, and then 78 degrees. There are festivities outside at Lenovo Center. You do have to pay to get in for parking, but you don't have to have a ticket to the game. The gates open at 4 o'clock, 78 degrees. And then as we get into the afternoon, evening, 5:30, there's a free concert. And then, of course, the game. There's a watch party there, too, if you don't have tickets. Here's a look at why it feels so nice out. We have high pressure that's to our north that's feeding down a flow from the north, and that's keeping things nice and dry. High pressure systems have sinking air associated with them, however, and that means lower rain chances. Pros and cons to that. Great for everybody heading outside today, but we're also looking at, you know, still our drought situation. As the high moves eastward, our flow shifts to southerly, and that means a big warm up starting on Friday. Because of the high, no rain chances for the next 5 days, maybe Sunday into Monday, a slight chance. But look at this, in the next 7 days, it's going to be, you know, 1/100 of an inch or so. So far, driest year to date at RDU with only 8.3 inches, and we are behind by around 9 inches for the year. Temperatures will gradually start to climb. Thursday, likely to have more fun events out at the Lenovo Center, warmer at 88, and then a hot weekend with highs in the mid-90s. Ken?
Elizabeth, happening now in the WR Traffic Center, we're picking up some heavy congestion on I-885 this morning in those southbound lanes. If you're leaving Durham heading toward I-40, you have a couple of options right now. TW Alexander Drive or South Miami Boulevard as alternate routes. In terms of other routes heading into Durham, no delays whatsoever. You're coming in from Roxborough, maybe you're coming in from Wake Forest, all delay free. Here in Wake County, here's a live look at I-40 Airport Boulevard. This is the camera I was looking for. There it is. But anyway, you're coming into the Raleigh-Wake County area relatively delay-free at this hour on all of our major routes.
All right, thank you for that, Ken. Where to watch? If you don't have a ticket for Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final, guys, don't worry. 5 on your side will show you how you can get involved in the fun that's happening tonight. And just a reminder, if you see some breaking news, maybe you have a story tip or video and pictures of where you are, why not report that to us? Do that at WRAL.com/report it.
This What's Trending report is sponsored by Call Dad AC and Heating.
New music from Taylor Swift and Serena Williams' big comeback.
Yeah, to talk about that this morning, we have Ken Smith here with What's Trending.
Yeah, a lot of tennis fans are excited about Serena, but let's start with Taylor Swift about to drop a new song for the upcoming Toy Story 5 movie. The global superstar penned the original song, I Knew It, I Knew You. The Toy Story 5 releases in theaters June 19th.
Swift says she has always dreamed about writing a song for characters in the film that she has adored since she was 5 years old. Sounds like a win-win.
If you thought it was going to be a while before you heard from Taylor Swift again, plot twist, sneaking it into a movie.
So Serena is back. The 23-time Grand Slam singles champion posting a Nike ad announcing her comeback. Williams is expected to compete in the upcoming doubles tournament at the HSBC Championship in London. She's partnering with the 19-year-old Canadian rising star Victoria Mboko.
And that tournament starts on Saturday. Williams last competed at the U.S. Open in 2022. And I know so many people are going to tune in to see that on Saturday because, I mean, she's a queen, right? You got to see her perform.
Absolutely.
She's a legend. And how cool for the current players getting to play against her. I mean, they're going to be playing against a living legend.
Great. Like, can't wait.
Ken, thank you.
Well, your time is 6:26 this morning, and we are talking about the quest for the cup. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final is tonight at Lenovo Center. So we are going to get you a look at the excitement that is building as the Hurricanes play their first championship since 2006.
Making your voice heard. Raleigh City Council is considering a more than $1.7 billion budget. A look at where that money is going and how you can weigh in.
We have a beautiful morning in our forecast and definitely a lovely afternoon for all the pregame outdoor festivities for the Stanley Cup Game 1. 78 for today with sunshine and low humidity, and then turning even chillier tonight. I'll show you coming up.
And we did not forget, here are your winning NC Education lottery numbers for June 1st.